What? So we have to complete the game with 9 players. Doesn't matter. 11, 9, 10. We've reacted to the Newcastle game. Arsenal 3, Burnley 1. Probably a clean sheet was too much to ask for. You know, it is what it is. We've got 3 goals. We've got 3 points. You know, we reacted well to, we bounced back better yet and reacted to losing to Newcastle. Obviously, it was 1-1 at a point and we shot ourselves in the foot. Big up Trossard. He's had a hand in all 3 of the goals. All 3 of the goals, and he's got a goal and assist. Saka's obviously got an assist as well. Saliba popped up from a corner. I think we did well today, man. I think also on the theme with Newcastle, I think we reacted in a sense that I actually saw Trafford have a good game. To be brutally honest, though, I don't think it will help Burnley because they've lost the game. And big us up for finishing the game with 9 men and having to have a period with 10 players. But I think Burnley fought where they could. You know, I think they were positive where they could. I think even without the goal, I think in a period in the first half, they worked Raya twice. Yeah, I think Burnley gave a good account of themselves, if I'm completely honest. They did look a bit nervous when defending in their half. I think Trafford, their goalie, had a good game. But ultimately, I'm happy we won, innit? Still want a bit more from Kai Havertz, of course. But I think, you know, I think our wingers look fairly bright. I think Trossard was amazing. I think Zinchenko had a great game. I think Gabriel and Saliba stood up tall. I mean, Tomiyasu got cooked for the goal, but other than that, near enough faultless. It's not really a game where there's anything. Business as usual. 3 points on the board, 2 wins this week, which is a great reaction to obviously losing 2 games last week. Go into the international break with a feel-good factor. Obviously, I hope Trossard's elbow/shoulder is all right. I hope Benjamin White's able to resume playing for us after the international break. He's not been in the squad. The same goes for Gabriel Jesus Odegaard. We obviously hope the Timbers, the Partey's, and anyone else who's injured off this world are back fit sooner rather than later. So, yeah, I can actually watch Match of the Day this weekend, people, which is also great, man. So, decent game at the office from us, man, if I'm honest. Let me know your thoughts. With that being said, let's start doing player ratings, people. Player ratings. Let me move my mic a bit. I need to sit up to tight. Raya, I would say Raya 8. I don't think I'll give you an 8 because you didn't really have to do much like that. But anything you did, you is equal. I think you're unfortunate not to have a clean sheet. I think your distribution was good today. Can't ask anything more from Raya. Tomiyasu, humble 6. I think sometimes, you know, I think it could have been a 7. But I have to minus a point for getting cooked. I think Tomiyasu did well today. Saliba, faultless as ever. There was one moment where you know, it looked like you got outpaced, but you actually, pardon me, you actually what was it? You actually put the ball out for a corner where Tomiyasu switched off as well, and everybody else. Obviously, you got a goal for us as well, which takes a 7 to. Well, no, I'll give him a 9 because I think he played as an 8 anyways. So extra point. Gabriel, I'll give you an 8. I think Gabriel did well, man. I don't like the fact that you and a number of players kind of half turned for the goal. Because I mean, you're taught in Sunday League, don't turn, don't be a pussycat, accept whatever your fate is. So fit the mic there. But I think Gabriel was decent. Zinni, you scored, and I think you was near enough faultless today as well. You was good, and you scored a great goal. Your passing was good. You know, you was kind of back to your best. And I'm the first one as a Sunday League fullback to ask questions of Zinchenko defensively. I think you were spot on today, especially with your header in. Can't ask anything more from Zinchenko, man. 10 out of 10 for me from Zinchenko. Again, if I watch the game again, something will be said. Jorginho, 6, really. I think you was good, but I wanted to see you a bit more on the ball and doing that normal Jorginho stuff, if I'm honest with you. Kai Havertz, 5. Just want a bit more from you. Rice, 8. Declan Rice stuff, really and truly. Simple as that. Saka played like a 7. Bonus point takes him to an 8 for getting an assist. Trossard, like Zinchenko, can't ask anything more from you. Think he was great today. Think he was good where you was kind of in the first half having to just play as a striker, a traditional one, even though you was linking up play. Second half, you kind of pulled out more to the left-hand side. I think you had a good game. I think Martinelli had a good game. No goals or assists to match, but I think he deserves an 8. I think Martinelli was quite good today. So yeah, 8 for Raya, 6 for Tomiyasu, 6 for Tomiyasu, 8 for Raya, sorry, 6 for Tomiyasu, Saliba a 9, Gabriel an 8, Zinni 10 out of 10, Jorginho a 6, Kai Havertz a 5, Declan Rice and Saka 8, Trossard 10 out of 10, between him and Zinchenko for man of the match, Martinelli an 8, substitutes, Vieira and A, really, you know, you got yourself sent off. Do I think the initial approach was high? Yes, and if it's one of them, we can't really complain if it's given for a red. I can be devil's advocate and say the contact is very low, but it was silly, isn't it, really? And now for Brentford, you probably wouldn't have started, but you're not in the squad. And maybe, you know, with Kai Havertz, Arteta's patience might again be running thin. You could have been played into contention, and it just adds to the fact that's probably the only thing in that we've picked up more injuries now. We don't know for Martinelli, you know, we know Benjamin White's not there, we know Fabio Vieira's not there, we know midfield is a delicate position already. We're kind of praying Odegaard's fit sooner rather than later. Fabio Vieira, obviously Smith Rowe was injured as well, but you would imagine if Fabio Vieira and Smith Rowe were fit, there's opportunities for you to take advantage of voids in midfield. That's not a thing. So yeah, man, you got ineffective and you got yourself sent off. You know, really and truly, Nketiah, Kirill, and Nelson, the game's kind of done. Really, you know, I can give you the them three. I don't think he did anything. The game you lot did well, and 5 out of 10 really helped us see out the game. But the game was done, and obviously when you go down to 10 players, arguably 9, when for whatever reason I don't know, I have to listen with the TV on mute. El Nene could have come on. We did all right, man. We didn't use 5 subs, did we? El Nene would have been the 5th, but it wasn't to happen. So yeah, Arteta couldn't ask any more of you today. You got for 10 out of 10, really. I mean, yeah, 10 out of 10, really. I mean, I could put it down to a 9 and ask why did Havertz start instead of Fabio Vieira, but that's reaching. We know Kai Havertz was always going to start within the limitations that he has. Did what we needed to do, man. I'll tell you something, refs are onto us. They look for any chance to zang us. We shouldn't be getting the benefit of the doubt anymore. You think Company gets the sack? He could end up getting sacked, Company, really. Ultimately, you know, football managers are the first to go. You know, I think it could be worth staying with him if they get relegated. But at some point, if they feel there's something to salvage in their season, then yeah. As I said, I like the fact that we got 3 goals. I like the fact that 2 of the goals in that, well, Zinni's goal came from a set piece and Saliba's, or indirectly, Zinni's goal came from a set piece. Like the fact that for all the corners, we got some change out of that. Like the fact that we got the goal just before half time. Like the fact that we reacted to the initial setback of 1-1. But by that same token, that was a silly mistake from Tomiyasu and phase of play, which led to that. Did still think we're starting games a bit slow. You know, I can't remember the last time we've scored in the first 15 minutes at the Emirates. As I said, it was a good reaction to actually work their keeper, which we didn't do against Newcastle, but wanted us to score a bit earlier. You know, at a point, there was that sort of looked like it could be a Burnley on goal, but nothing came to it. Saka had a good effort early on, Trossard as well. So I still think there's something to be said with fashioning chances and creating chances and playing at a high tempo and things, even though, yes, in games like this, you need to be patient because of the way Burnley set up. I wouldn't say they set up negative. It was like a 4-4-2. I think their wingers looked dangerous and at times won them some free kicks and got them up the field. I think Burnley respected us where they could and tried to make some, you know, tried to create and cause danger where they could. I was impressed with Burnley, really and truly, if I'm honest with you. So yeah, man, long story short, I'm happy to get the 3 points. And now it's about putting a run together, really, because as you lot all know, it's a difficult run of fixtures now. You've got Brentford away, which is a game no one wants to play. We then stop off in the Champions League against Lens, where the more games with the less players available, it's a big test. We've got Wolves at home on December the 2nd. We've got Luton away. You know, we should be beating Luton away, especially because we seem to be cleaner away from home, even though we lost our last away game. And, you know, I wouldn't say Jurgen Klopp or Liverpool slept on Luton, but maybe their fans did. And it just shows a bit like today why you can't write off anyone. We've got some difficult tests, man. We've got Brentford in the Premier League alone. Brentford, Wolves, Luton, Aston Villa, Brighton at home on the 17th of December. Then you've obviously got Liverpool. So it's a difficult test from now to the end of the year. We're going to need to stand up to be counted and earn that right to end up with a trophy of some sorts come the end of the year, man. But we did what needed to be done, man. They are playing football. And if you watch them in the Championship, they came up balling. Burnley were balling. We've got 221 likes. Sorry to make bare noise, but if you hit the like button, obviously if you're on Twitter or Twitch, big up you lot as well, man. I think I have to give it to Trossard, but I think it's a tie with Trossard and Zinchenko, but I'll give it Trossard. Kirill, unfortunately, kicked Jorginho in the face. You know, you know what it is, that these injuries, when your players are getting injured, you just can't make it up. I don't think there was any intent. You know, it's a nonchalant flick. Jorginho's just being brave and he got caught. Gino are doing all right this season. Trossard has to get it for the goal and assist, but Zinni was class. El Nene man of the match. They got down my boy Jorginho. Buying Rice from contract from West Ham is money well spent. How do we go from that to Havertz? Arteta's got to hold that one there, man. Postecoglou man of the match. Bro, Jorginho's head is bust, man. Man said he's got the Longberg here. Tommy let himself down here. He could always shut down the winger, went soft there. Yeah, man. And I think in a nice way, life kind of always brings you back down to earth. It's been a great few weeks for Tomiyasu. Kind of pulled back to reality, if even though I don't think Tomiyasu isn't someone that lives in reality with that. There was a couple of actions I think Tommy could have done well. Maybe he's so used to playing left back, really. He's a bit basic over them sides again, but I don't know, man. That's how you hold on to your lead with 9 players. I'm being shameless. Run that. Run that. 9 players, 3 points, no problem. In fact, let me tweet that. 9 players in the field at home, no problem for us. Them I could never. Way. Tomorrow, people will be watching Chelsea City together, the Cole Palmer derby. I'll probably be live half an hour from kickoff, so just bear that in mind, people. It's so nice to win. Them lot down the road lost, or I'd say down the road. Arsenal's probably down the road for me. Like, I could literally hear when they play at home, these Spurs for about 5 minutes, 10 minutes. So yeah, man. Definitely saw lower energy levels after the Sevilla game. Naturally, man, like games are coming thick and fast. You know, you look at Benjamin. Well, I'm not really surprised he's injured because, you know, you have to bet on players. The players that are fit are going to suffer indirectly a lot more when other players are injured. Most professional performance, but what's a game at the Emirates without a little drama? There you have it, man. Zinni is improving defensively, though. I just hope he can be consistent. As I said earlier, I believe that, and I've echoed that all season. But I just feel with Zinchenko, when it's them moments, more time, the bigger games, that's when you've not that when you needed to be that. You haven't done that. Certainly appreciate you for resubscribing on Twitch with Amazon Prime as well. Good win, but still feels like a missed opportunity for GD. It's true, but if I'm honest with you, I'm not surprised that we didn't put them to the sword, despite the fact that we got 80-odd goals last year, and you know, obviously we got more than I think we had 20 plus. We've probably still got that bordering on to 30 now. We're not the most clinical of sides. We don't really have variety in the chances we create. And our chance conversion and big chances is underperforming. That is one metric. I do actually think indirectly us improving defensively and off the ball has kind of suffered. That's why I was saying earlier, clearly a better striker can do a lot more with even half chances. But even if we sign a striker, they're going to play to their true potential. Whatever you say about Eddie Nketiah, whether he's good enough or not, does he really get enough chances afforded to him in front of goal? Playing for Arsenal should be a dream with those players behind you and our team historically. Do we really create enough? As much as Jesus misses chances, do we create enough? When we sign Vlahovic, Osimhen, all of these guys that you lot want, they might get 20 league goals. And I'm pushing it and exaggerating a bit. But if we created to the point where we're not talking about what we're talking about right now, could it be 30? So buying a striker is one thing, but Arteta has got to arrest the chance conversion. Creation, sorry. And ultimately, I think our chance conversion will look a lot better, man. But is what it is. We've got to do more on them corners. We can't average 10 plus and not scoring from them. To be fair, look, we did score from 2 of them today, but generally, I think we could do a lot more. I actually think Trossard needs to show Martinelli and Saka how to take corners, because on a consistent basis, every ball that Trossard was putting in was dangerous, really, and really on the keeper. Burnley's marking for Saliba's goal was terrible. Like, nobody's taking, and obviously it's zonal marking, but in Sunday League, you're taught, take the man off the keeper. Like Saliba, man mounting Saliba is standing on Trafford, not fouling him, just standing on him. Like, they played into their own, really. So I'm here for that. I'm here for that. Rice 80 narrowly missed the goal. Hope Jorginho is okay. We need him back next game. I think he'll be all right. He might be, head will be hurting. Gonna have to go through the pain of stitches, but he'll be all right, man. You're tough. Played well. Just need to be more clinical in the final third. And HAVERTZ, if you want that goal, shoot at goal. I want him to do well so badly. Saliba gives me nightmares with his little Ronaldinho moments in defense, but then he pulls it off so calmly. It's true, there will be a time it doesn't happen. And to be fair, Saliba caught life in the first half. If you remember that his interception led to Raya having to make a save, but it's not trying to catch Saliba out. Everyone makes mistakes. Thought Martinelli was pretty good with throwing him in for man of the match. Martinelli's a candidate, but I just feel Zinchenko was on another level. And I can't look beyond Trossard. I can't lie. Like, obviously, being an attacker, you're going to get the bias in it because you're scoring and assisting. But that's what we want to see. It's been 2 great games from Trossard. And for me, playing through the middle in the first half, affecting the game, more pulling out to the left-hand side in the second, that was great. On another day, I would want a lot more from our right-hand side. I think Tomiyasu got into the final third a lot. I think it's more of the same from HAVERTZ. I think his last couple games have been decent, but HAVERTZ is the enigma that we know who he is. I think Saka was good, but I just feel naturally, you know, we're going to look better on the left-hand side. Declan Rice is making those runs, advancing runs in the 8. Martinelli's over there. Zinchenko's over there. I felt Trossard did peel off to the right-hand side in the first half to a degree, but he was more kind of doing things on the left-hand side. So naturally, we're not really going to get much bang from our buck from the right-hand side. I think with Rice playing on the left of midfield, it's affecting our right-hand side in terms of using it left where most of our attacks are happening. We just need another midfielder to play with. Big up DG, standard win. Man of the match was Trossard. Only saying that because I captained him in FPL. Vieira red card was harsh, and one downside, no clean sheet, and Tomiyasu was skinned for the goal. True, and I don't want to get into it, but you know, I don't understand the consistencies with refereeing with fouls in the box. You know, fair enough, you didn't give Gabriel's one last week. Yeah, you've given one for for Saka in their box. In their box, I think it was Gabriel. The same thing has happened. So you've called a foul for Saka's one, but you ain't called one for this. I think we should have had a penalty shout, but I ain't gonna get into that. You know, I do think us Arsenal fans behave like the boys and girls who cry wolves. It's long now, man. Like, I don't think they want consistency. I don't think anybody understands what they're actually doing. It's long now. We definitely need an 8. Who are you taking out? Zubamendi and Ruiz. I think Ruiz can play as an 8. I don't think Zubamendi is that. I'd rather Zubamendi. Can't wait to see Timber link with our wingers. I don't think anyone can. I can't wait for Timber to be back so that in big games we're strong 1v1. Saka still looks a little off the pace. Not sure if no right back overlapping is affecting his game. Bit harsh. I didn't think he lacked today. I actually think Saka as well, defensively, that's one area he can improve. He put in a shift. Like, he looked very brave with a lot of his headers today. But fair play. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We need a player in the variety mode to be